What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jay Rene with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This morning, we have a brother by the name of Deshay Hackner on the telephone. He says that he was wrongfully convicted. Now, he's going to talk to us more about his case and what that means. So let's jump right into it. Good morning, bro. I'm doing all right. Thanks for taking this time to talk to us about what's going on in your case.
Absolutely, me as well. I appreciate your support.
Yeah, most definitely. So, tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
I'm from Evansville, Indiana. Born and raised also in Tennessee, Mississippi, back and forth. Got family down south as well. Really, just an Indiana baby, really. I'd say Southern District.
Okay, and are you currently incarcerated in Indiana?
Absolutely. I'm currently I started my bid off in Miami Correctional Facility, Indiana, but now I got moved to Pendleton Correctional Facility.
You said Pendleton?
Yeah, Pendleton, Indiana. That's where I started in Annapolis, the capital.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of horror stories about Pendleton. How are you doing? You okay?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's really more of a cruel and unusual punishment situation. I'm still fighting with the ACLU on that. I got a lawsuit in from Miami as well, and still in 5 segregation rooms without still walls. And still another place as replacement to back windows that we're supposed to be able to see out of. We're not entitled to the stuff that we have. It's just the thing, cruel and unusual, but we're fighting with it, keeping our spirits up and doing the best we can do.
Yeah, definitely keep your head lifted. I know Pendleton is a place I've heard a lot of bad things about, so definitely keep your head up in there, bro. So let's talk about this wrongful conviction. Now, you were telling me that you were wrongfully convicted, so what were your charges that you were convicted of?
I was convicted of count 1, murder. I was convicted of count 2, murder. Count 3, level 5 robbery. Count 4, a level 5 robbery. Count 5, habitual, that's sentencing. Count 6, firearm use and commission of offense, sentencing enhancement. Count 7, the same as well, firearm use and sentencing enhancement. They try to leave me with life without parole. The mitigation's overweighed and it couldn't stick. So I received a total of years, 157-year sentence.
Wow.
I was facing 202-year sentence, but it ain't really too much of a difference.
No.
Wrongfully conviction, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not much of a difference when you wrongfully convicted, and even so, 150 years. You know what that is. You are exactly. So you are proclaiming that your innocence, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So explain to everybody, what's going on. Like, how did the innocent man get caught up this way? What's going on, bro?
Well, it all started. I got documents right here as well. I got a troubled past, with the authority down in Evansville, Indiana, Vandenberg County, EPD. Seemed to harass me a lot when I got acquitted of the charge 12 days prior to this charge was committed, right? And a lot of the same officers was involved on that, and they were showing a lot of prejudice, basically stereotyping and trying to blame the charge on me as well, right? So it's Officer Montgomery. I'm just fixing the settlement, the case settlement of the discovery page. I got the message right here in front of me. Page numbers noted as well, right?
Okay.
And Officer Montgomery, APD, page 52, he first said that as the victim, it's a down declaration case. The victim died, called 911. He tried to say that the victim's eyes rose to the back of his head when he stepped in the building on his body cam. But now it's the victim asked him, it was Deshay Hackner who shot him. that tampers with the whole investigation. My name should never been thrown out there to his victim while he's trying to identify his shooter, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So he counted the odds going to the back of his head as a affirmative head nod or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just go to the next one. Jay Brewer, page 65. A conflicting statement from Montgomery. Montgomery claimed that the eyes left the back of his head whenever he said he asked was it me who shot him. But he stated that the victim nodded yeah, and it was on body cam. Now, at trial, the body cam showed different that this never happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The head nod never happened. This is all on body cam, right?
Right.
This is all a myth. It's all made up.
Mm.
The 911 call was it never stated my name to begin with, first or last name.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alias. If the man died and said, I'm gonna read the affidavit off to you.
Okay.
It said the undersigned being duly sworn upon his oath, deposes and swears upon information and believes that Deshay Hackner has committed the offense. Count 1 murder, count 2 murder, and felony in support of their says as follows. That is, a client is a detective with the Evansville Police Department, which is K. Curry, the lead detective.
Mm-hmm.
He said on October 30th, 2017, at approximately 2300 hours, Evansville Police Department responded to 213 East Maryland, Evansville, Indiana, to a 911 reporting a shooting. During the course of the investigation, the Vandenberg County Confinement Center provided Evansville Police with a copy of the 911 call. The reporter caller was identified as Devon Broomfield. The duration of the 911 call was 5 minutes and 48 seconds long. At the 2-minute marker, the dispatcher can be heard asking Broomfield who was it who shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Broomfield says Hackner and William Rice. William Rice is my co-defendant.
Mm-hmm.
Broomfield also responds saying Wireman. Wireman is an alias associated with an individual known as Deshay Hackner. Now, this is where it all come in wrong at. It says, upon arrival, male could be heard asking for help from the side of the residence. Upon entering, officers observed Broomfield was lying on the ground. Also located Barry Woodruff lying in bed, deceased, with a bullet going into her face.
Mm-hmm.
Broomfield was unable to tell officers that the people who shot him were William Rice and Deshay Hackner. Broomfield continued to say he couldn't breathe and beg for help. Now, they took her and put this alias on me, Wireman, right? But I got discovery motions, and it came out in trial as well. Discovery motions and incident report suspect list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Page 7. It was printed off 11/30, 2017 at 6:20. Now, this crime occurred 6:30. My fault. October 30th of 17, correct?
Okay, I'm listening.
On this form, it says known as also Lil D. That's my alias listed, Lil D 5 times, right?
Okay.
Second form for proof. It says November 2nd, 2017. Printed off Detective 3rd, 6:55, 39 seconds in the morning. No alias listed on this form, I heard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Third form, it says November 2nd, 2017, 6:55, turned off at 49 seconds a.m. Turned off by Detective 3rd. This is the federal database they're looking at now. That says no alias listed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this same form. Like this is 9 months later. This is the report suspect listed. Printed off Detective 3rd badge number 66559, July 16, 2018. $1,900, 37 seconds. And say Real D listed 5 times, and the name Wire was placed in the database. That's tampering with evidence. He got on stand at my trial and admitted that he put this in there 9 months later. So if that's the case, how was I apprehended if that dude died saying this alias? If he died saying this alias and you looked in the RMS, like you said on the affidavit, and said that was my alias, how did you apprehend me? How was I arrested? And that was falsified documents.
Right. All right, so we're gonna make it a little more clear to those that are listening, so that they have a very clear picture. So the person that called and duress said an alias, all right, of this alias, and they said, the police, as they used this alias to apprehend you. Come to find out that this alias and you were associated together 9 months later, and it was put in there by an officer, correct?
Absolutely.
And there was no...
identified...
Go ahead.
Right, they identified my co-defendant by first and last name, right?
Okay.
They said Will and Rice. Then they try to say this alias is listed to the last name, which is many people with my same last name down there, right?
Okay.
That's not identifying me. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So the officer that initially stitched that nickname with you, had you had any run-ins with that officer before?
Oh, absolutely. It says I got a discovery packet right here with him saying that in there, right? It says on case supplement report, page 52, he stated, I walked back to the male, looked him on the floor and asked him who shot him. He replied in a short breath that sounded like Deshay. I asked him again, and I heard him say Hack. I asked him again if Deshay Hackner shot him. His eyes rolled back in his head. Officer knew of Deshay Hackner from past investigations. You know what I'm saying? That's like you can't do that. You can't do that.
So
my name out there, this man said he said 5, 6 different names.
Right. So when you finally, so when the officer got on the stand and admitted this, it didn't cause for a mistrial or anything? Like, what was the events after that?
No, it was none of that. It was the lead detective who got on stand and said that, the one who made this whole case. You see what I'm saying? He interviewed everybody who does it all. I filed a motion for DNA for the gun to be tested and my proof to be shown that I am possessing no firearm.
Right.
They denied their motion, saying that they couldn't get no DNA off this firearm, right? So it's multiple different conflicting statements between my ex and my co-defendant's ex. Some say, okay, they seen me with a gun before. Some say they didn't. And, you know, got on stand and said something totally different.
So when
my co-defendant...
Go ahead, brother.
My co-defendant, he got on stand saying, well, you know, I did everything. And I was there this night and all this. But he turned around and signed lesser offensive murder for both murders after saying that he did nothing and I did everything. He signed 2 level 5 reckless homicides and got 6 years concurrent after my trial. After he just sat there and got on stand and lied and said that I pulled the trigger killing both victims and I was there and I did all this other stuff.
So he said that you did it, then after your trial, signed paperwork saying he's the one that did it. I'm just trying to make it clear for everybody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It sounds crazy. That's how I went, right?
Right. So he did this to get less time, or you don't know his motives?
I'm guessing that had to be his motive because I mean, I've never incriminated either one of us. I can't tell what I don't know. You know,
right?
I'm not gonna let somebody else go down for something I didn't do. Like,
right.
So it's like it's got to be the motive as well. Brandon Berry there's an eyewitness across the street that was in his charge the whole time while all shots rung out. So all the way up until my trial, the state trying to hide this witness from out my discovery and stuff. So they been trying to let him show up. Like
Right.
my lawyer, Connor Ordano, man, thanks for his help. He subpoenaed this gentleman, right, to come and testify on my behalf and say what he heard.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, he said that he was outside during all shots went off, and it was a short, stocky black guy. He couldn't see either one of these dudes' faces. He seen the two people there, right? At the victim's home. He stayed directly across the street.
Okay.
He stayed at 212 East Maryland, and the victim home was 213 East Maryland. Mm-hmm. So he said that he seen a black short, stocky guy pacing on the phone that night outside the victim's house. All shots rung off. Then he seen a lighter skinned guy, a skinny tall guy that fit my description of my code when they come running out while all shots went off. Once all shots rung off, they both ran on the east of the house south. So, and my lawyer, how he put it was, okay, well, if he asked him this while he was on stand, he said, well, you didn't see their face, but would you say that I was the short guy, or was I the guy that came out with all shots went off? He said that I'll be the guy outside on the phone. So if he placed me outside while all shots went off, how is it possible for me to pull a trigger? If the eyewitness is saying this on stand.
Right. So I'm glad you.
I never testified. I never did none of that.
Right. I'm glad you brought up your lawyer, because I definitely was going to ask about your legal representation. Do you feel like you did the best that he could, or do you feel like he failed you, or do you feel like he failed you on purpose?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel that he put up a nice fight, man, but at the same time, part of me feel like, which I always go my intuition, my gut feeling, I feel like he kind of gave my case up for somebody else's case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he just made it look good, but he really just gave my case. Like, it ain't, because there's no way possible, there's no evidence possible for me guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It was too much doubt.
Right. So where are you in the appeal process now? Say that one more time. My direct appeal was denied. I'm on my PC1 phase, my post-conviction. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. What phase you're in now when it comes to gaining your freedom? So what can we do? What can the people do to assist you in regaining your freedom? Like, what would you like from us? What you need, bro?
I'd like for everything to be violent, just, everybody support justice for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrongfully convicted. It's a lot of racism going on out there right now. It's a lot of false convictions going on, and I just really want to support me on that.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any petitions up or anything?
Say one more time.
Do you have any petitions up that we can sign, or like how do we is anything like that where we can support you?
Absolutely, just anything viral, man. Like anything, I need it all out there. MSNBC, I need this everywhere. You know what I mean? It's a convicted man right here speaking with life sentences. You know what I mean? And lead detectives, all this. Like I just need common sense. I need everybody to use their common sense. If it takes everybody coming forward and writing attorney general or whatever, that would be supportive as well, right?
Yeah.
Supreme Court.
Okay. All right, for sure.
As much support as possible, right?
Yeah, I hate that you're going through this, and we definitely gonna bring some light to what's going on. How can people get in contact with you? Do you have a way for people to get in contact with you?
Absolutely. My DOC number is 200-955-9666. They can contact me on the GTL Getting Out Network.
Okay.
And the Indiana Department of Corrections or look me up and write me. My name is Deshay Hackner.
All right, so give them all the information again. What facility you at? Make sure they know.
I'm at a Pendleton Correctional Facility, Indiana Department of Corrections.
Okay.
The zip code, well, I'm going to get the address is 4490 West Reformatory Road, Pendleton, Indiana. The zip code 46064.
Okay. We got it, bro. We're going to put some exposure to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate everything you've been doing.
For sure.
I mean, Fox 50, we get a couple news clippings up here. Fox 59, E-Span, Indiana Statewide News, News Nation, 13 Sunrise, 13 WTHR News, WVSH TV. We get that.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Absolutely.